Now the session is going to be recorded, and what I have just tell you about Dr. Samuel Johnson as a critic, and sharing with you some images, some sheets, and I will explain that image and sheet. Here you will get uh, the first image, that is the image of Dr. Samuel Johnson. Here you find, and here I will tell you ki what are the important points or significant points which you have to keep in your mind. These points I have taken from Wikipedia, but these points I have taken only to explain, because if I explain you will come to know uh, in what way these points are significant, because especially I have taken this critique only to tell you from the perspective of UGC net. In UGC net what type of question comes from this man, and even if you go with already I have delivered a lecture on Aristotle's Poetics and John Dryden as a critic. And I shared you that video. I shared you that video. So it's my request that you have to go. You have to watch that video. You will come to know. If you go, yeah, if you go with these critics, you will be able to understand the basic characteristics of these writers. And why I have taken this, even you can also find this matter in Wikipedia, but the important thing is that the nature of explanation key, which point you have to cover and how you have to cover, and why I have taken this particular image, because if I share anything that is written, you can say in PDF file or PDF format, or any manuscript that has been prepared by me, undoubtedly that manuscript is important, but sometimes we find that the people say okay, there is a blur or something, it's not clearly visible. This is why I have taken these things directly from Wikipedia, and I will explain you what you have to cover. So the important thing is not the content. The content is important, but the important thing is the nature of explanation key, what you have to keep in your mind and how you have to prepare this critique. Already you are familiar with this man, this image, and here you find what you, here you find about his life and death की 1784 में ही died, and you find also उनका अपना जो बर्थ है वो क्या है, आपका 18 सितंबर 1709. तो एक चीज जो आपको ध्यान में रखना है कि ही वॉज बॉर्न इन 1709 एंड डाइड इन 1784. It's a very common point. It's a very common point, often called Dr. Johnson, and he has been addressed as Dr. Johnson or Dr. Samuel Johnson. And what comes in his credit, I'm not going to discuss only this man as a critic, but my objective is to discuss this man as a critic, as well as to take all the important points, all the important questions related to this man. So he was born in 1709, number 1 point, died in 1784, number 2 point. Often called Dr. Johnson, was an English writer who made lasting contributions as a poet, playwright, essayist, moralist, critic, biographer, and a lexicographer. This is another important question. After his birth, especially the date of his birth and the death and the date of his death, what you have to remember, you have to remember that he was also a lexicographer. Who is a lexicographer? One who writes a dictionary. One who writes a dictionary. And here I would like to tell you, the first English dictionary has been prepared by this man. The first English dictionary has been prepared by this man in 1755. I will go about that dictionary in a detailed way, but you have to remember lexicographer, one word substitution के लिए lexicographer. He was a devout Anglican and a committed Tory. अगर आपको ध्यान में रखना होगा, वो जो है विग और टॉरी दो आपका आप कह सकते हैं कि फॉलोअर्स दो तरह के थे. तो वो किससे, एंड अ कमिटेड, वो टॉरी थे. द ऑक्सफोर्ड डिक्शनरी ऑफ नेशनल बायोग्राफी कॉल्स हिम arguably the most distinguished man of letters in English history. This statement you have to remember. This statement is about whom? This statement is about Dr. Samuel Johnson. And this statement you find where? This statement you find in the Oxford Dictionary of National Biography. I will send you these images in WhatsApp group, but what you have to do, what the point I tell you here, you have to note down. What the point I tell you here, you have to note down. So you find that Oxford Dictionary of National Biography calls him arguably the most distinguished man of letters. Who is a man of letter? One who is a scholar, one who has aesthetic sense, one who has literary sense. That person is known, how that person is known as man of लेटस इन इंग्लिश हिस्ट्री. दिस इज अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. ये बहुत ज़्यादा कई बार पूछा जा चुका है कि हु हैज़ रिटन लाइफ ऑफ सैमुअल जॉनसन. जेम्स बॉसवेल्स लाइफ ऑफ सैमुअल जॉनसन was selected by Walter Jackson Beatty as the most famous single work of biographical art in the whole of literature. So you find this is another significant point. Life of Samuel Johnson. This is what Life of Samuel Johnson is a biography written by whom? Life of Samuel Johnson is a biography written by James Boswell. Written by whom? Written by James Boswell. So here you find that if anyone asks you who has written the biography of Dr. Samuel Johnson, James Boswell has written the biography of uh, Life of Samuel Johnson. And you find here this biography was selected by whom? This biography was selected by Walter Jackson Beatty. And what he said? He said the most famous single work of biographical art in the whole of literature. So these are the significant points. He was born in 1709, died in 1784, and often called as what often called as Dr. Samuel Johnson. And you find that he was a poet, playwright, essayist, moralist, critic, biographer, editor. And the significant point is that he was a lexicographer and a committed Tory. What Oxford Dictionary of National Biography calls him arguably the most distinguished man of letters in English history. James Boswell's Life of Samuel Johnson was selected by Walter Jackson. So here I would like to take some questions. यहाँ पर मैं कुछ questions आपसे लेना चाहूँगा. सबसे पहला चीज कि he was born which year? Yeah, come forward as soon as possible. He was born which year? Anyone?
Sir, 1709.
1709 में he was born. He died which year?
So 1784.
1784. Who is a lexicographer?
Dr. Samuel Johnson.
No, I'm not asking कि Dr. Samuel Johnson was a lexicographer. What is the meaning of lexicographer?
So one who writes dictionary.
Yeah, one who writes a dictionary. And just I want to know who has written the biography Life of Samuel Johnson?
James Boswell. James Boswell, sir.
जेम्स
James
बॉस
Boswell.
या जेम्स बॉसवेल. ये क्वेश्चन बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट है. ये चीज ध्यान में रखना. लाइफ ऑफ सैमुअल जॉनसन, इट्स अ बायोग्राफी एंड रिटन बाय हूम? रिटन बाय जेम्स बॉसवेल. And who has taken, yeah, who has selected that biography the most famous single work of biographical art in the whole of literature? Who has selected it?
Wal-
Who has?
Walter Walter Jackson Bates.
Walter Jackson Bed. This is another important question. So you have to keep in your mind Walter Jackson Bed. You have to keep in your mind James Boswell's Life of Samuel Johnson. All these things. Now sharing with you another image. एक दूसरी image मैं share कर रहा हूँ. That is a very important point, and you will come to know I have done it. Sharing you another image. Yeah. So you find this is a just closing here. या आई शेयरिंग यू इसी मैन से रिलेटेड एक दूसरी शीट या इमेज में शेयर कर रहा हूँ. जस्ट गो एंड यू विल फाइंड कि क्या क्या क्वेश्चन और बन सकता है इनके ऊपर जो हमें या किसी को ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. या हियर यू विल कम टू नो अबाउट हिज age at a glance. You will come to know about his age, you will come to know about his works also. Not his work, but you find the same thing, but here you find at a glance. He was born in 1709, 7 September, and where Lichfield, England, died 1784, aged 75, London, England, रेस्टिंग प्लेस वेस्टमिंस्टर अबे। ये चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है। वेस्टमिंस्टर अबे दैट इज नोन एज व्हाट, पोएट्स कार्नर। अगर आपको याद होगा पोएट्स कार्नर, बिकॉज ऑल द फेमस पोएट्स ऑफ इंग्लैंड आर बरीड देयर, सो ही वाज आल्सो बरीड वेयर, वेस्टमिंस्टर अबे। born in 1709, died in 1784, westminster abbey he was buried। political party Tory and wife was Elizabeth Porter। pen name Dr. Johnson, and you find alma mater Pembroke College, Oxford। अल्मा मैटर उनका क्या था, पिम्ब्रोक कॉलेज ऑक्सफोर्ड। उनका नोटेबल वर्क्स, अ डिक्शनरी ऑफ द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, अ जर्नी टू द वेस्टर्न आइल ऑफ स्कॉटलैंड। दिस इज वेरी सिग्निफिकेंट, अ डिक्शनरी ऑफ द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, इट केम इन 1755। It came in 1755. A dictionary of English language. It came in 1755. These things you have to keep in mind. Westminster Abbey you have to keep in mind. So I think you got it. There is no information, and sharing with you another image. Sharing with you another image. Another image. Just sharing with you. Because it will be highly helpful to come with the point you have to understand. So just sharing with you another image, and in that image you will find what, in that image you will find the important work। उनका जो important work है वो आपको मिलेगा। वो कौन कौन सा उनका important work है, you find here। And what was that, in 1747 प्लान फॉर अ डिक्शनरी ऑफ इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज। 1747 में उन्होंने प्लान किया था कि उनको एक डिक्शनरी लिखना है, और ये डिक्शनरी कब आती है, 1755 में। सो हियर आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू, प्लान तो 1747 में हुआ है, लेकिन वो डेट कब आई है, 1755 में। ये क्वेश्चन उसके बाद कई बार पूछा जा चुका है कि द रैम्बलर, हु वाज द एडिटर ऑफ द रैम्बलर। द एडिटर ऑफ द रैम्बलर वाज डॉक्टर सैमुअल जॉनसन, एंड द रैम्बलर वाज हिज वेल नोन जर्नल। द रैम्बलर वाज just यू कैन से ही एडिटेड दिस 1752। जो इनका जर्नल है 1750 से लेकर के 1752 तक चलता है। सो दीज आर सम important points, these are some important questions when you talk about this man, never miss these points, especially his dictionary in English 1755, his journal The Rambler, then you find The Adventurer, Universal Visitor, the literary magazine or Universal Review, that doesn't matter. But this is another work, The Idler, Idler. So you have to go with this work also, The Idler. This is another journal, and this journal came in 1758, and he edited it till 1760. So you have to go with first English dictionary he planned in 1747, and it came in 1755. He edited a well-known journal, The Rambler, in 1750 until 1752. Another important question, in 1758 he edited another journal, that was The Idler, and he edited it 1760. Then you find The False Alarm, Thoughts on the Late Transaction Respecting Falklands Island, The Patriot, doesn't matter. But this work, 1775, A Journey to the Western Island of Scotland. It's a prose work, you have to keep it in your mind। ये उनका prose work है, ये भी हमें ध्यान में रखना। A Journey to the Western Island of Scotland, Taxation to No Tyranny, and you find the beauties of Johnson। So where I marked, yeah, where you find that a mark of you can say, you can just go with these points. These are highly significant, you can't ignore, especially his dictionary, his journal, The Rambler, The Idler, A Journey to the Western Islands of Scotland। And when I talk about his poetry, you find that कि उनकी poetry में you find that there is a poem Messiah, a translation into Latin of Alexander Pope Messiah। You find कि it's what, इट्स मसीहा ट्रांसलेशन है, ये ट्रांसलेशन है, किसका ट्रांसलेशन है? इनटू लैटिन ऑफ अलेक्जेंडर पोप्स मसीहा। अलेक्जेंडर पोप ने जो लिखा था उसको उन्होंने क्या किया, लैटिन में ट्रांसलेशन उसका किया। तो मसीहा यू फाइंड, एंड दिस इज अ सिग्निफिकेंट पॉइंट कि व्हाट यू सी, यू फाइंड दीज थिंग्स हियर। सो आई जस्ट वांट टू टेल यू, when you go with these points, you have to come in, you have to just keep it in your mind ki how you can understand Masiha, that is a poem, and this poem was written by Alexander Pope but translated by this man into Latin. And this poem has been asked many times. London, if you go, this poem has been asked who has written London. This poem London came in 1788, 1738, 1738, and many times it has been asked. So in 1747 you find prologue at the opening of the theatre in Drury Lane, and in 1749 you find the vanity of human wishes. This is another important point which you have to keep in mind. Keep the vanity of human wishes. So if I say these works are highly significant, so you can't ignore, you can't ultimately just you can say ignore it, or you can take it lightly. No, you have to take it very seriously, because the vanity of human wishes is very important, it's a very significant point, and it came in 1749. You find Irene a tragedy. These two works have been asked so many times, और दोनों कब आते हैं? 1749 में। द वैनिटी ऑफ ह्यूमन विशेस केम इन 1749, आयरीन अ ट्रेजेडी इट केम इन 1749. सो यू फाइंड दिस थिंग. So if you go with these works, you don't have to forget, but you have to make at a glance may you have to cover, you have to just keep it there, and I don't think that there is any problem, you can understand it very well. And often in if you are preparing for any examination where there is a Dr. Samuel Johnson, every year you will get one question. If you are preparing for UGC net, then you will come to know about his dictionary, his journal, the Rambler, the Idler, and even you come to know about his journey to the West Islands of Scotland, his poetry, especially London, the vanity of human wishes, and Irene a tragedy. So these things I shared with you, and I think you came to know about it, no problem at all, and there is no need to ask any question because सब कुछ आपके सामने है, and you can just understand it. If you wish I can ask, लेकिन I don't think कि कोई ऐसा उसमें कोई ऐसा question बना. You all know, if you have any doubt then I have to ask I think. तो just sharing you an other image, एक दूसरी इमेज मैं शेयर करना चाहूँगा जो उनके वर्क से ही रिलेटेड है. Another image I am sharing you, and you find that key, that image is also significant. You find that sharing you, yeah. And here you find the remaining part. अब उनका ये बायोग्राफिकल क्रिटिसिज्म है, बायोग्राफिकल क्रिटिसिज्म स्पेशली इन 1735, अ वॉयस टू अबिसीनिया बाय जेरोम लैबो ट्रांसलेटेड फ्रॉम द फ्रेंच. ये चीज़ें पूछी जा चुकी हैं. A Voyage to Abyssinia by Jerome Loeb, translated from the French. It was translated from the French. 1744, Life of Mr. Richard Savage. Miscellaneous, 1745, Miscellaneous Observation of Tragedy of Macbeth. Uh, you find 1756, Life of Brown in Thomas Brown's Christian Morals, proposal for printing by subscription the dramatic works of William Shakespeare. 1765, preface to the plays of William Shakespeare. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, कई बार पूछा जा चुका है, और यही चीज़ें जो उनको एज अ क्रिटिक इस्टेब्लिश करते हैं. So you have to go this particular work, preface to the plays of William Shakespeare, the plays of William Shakespeare. These two things you have to keep in your mind. Written by whom? Written by Dr. Samuel Johnson, published in 1765. And these two critical essay establishes him as a well-known English critic. And in these works he admires William Shakespeare, especially his use of tragicomedy. एंड दिस इज लाइव्स ऑफ द पोएट्स. ये भी उनका एक क्रिटिकल वर्क है जो पूछा जा चुका है, काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो प्रीफेस टू द प्लेज ऑफ विलियम शेक्सपियर, द प्लेज ऑफ विलियम शेक्सपियर, लाइव्स ऑफ द पोएट्स. एंड ऑलरेडी आई डिस्कस्ड यू, आई टोल्ड यू कि प्रीफेस टू अ डिक्शनरी ऑफ इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज a dictionary of the English language. It came in 1755, and this is the novella 1759 में the history of Rasdallas, Prince of Abyssinia. This thing has also been 1759 with the history of Rasdallas, Prince of Abyssinia. So again I would like to tell you कि अगर आपको याद हो, I told you about Irene, his tragedy. Irene उनका एक ट्रेजिडी था, उसको हम लोगों ने लेके बात किया. अभी हम लोगों ने लंदन उनका पोयम था, द आइडलर द रैमलर उनके दो जर्नल के नाम थे. हम लोगों ने बात किया इंग्लिश डिक्शनरी को लेकर के बात किया. और यहाँ पे आप जो बात थी वो काफ़ी सिग्निफिकेंट है. अ वॉयस टू अबिसिनिया बाय जेरोम लोबो ट्रांसलेटेड फ्रॉम द फ्रेंच है. एंड यू फाइंड 1745 में मिसलेनियस ऑब्जर्वेशन ऑन द ट्रेजिडी ऑफ मैकबेथ. बट व्हाट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, द इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज हियर वन थिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट इज व्हाट, that is a preface to the plays of William Shakespeare. This is very important. Preface to the plays of William Shakespeare, the plays of William Shakespeare, लाइव्स ऑफ द पोएट्स, इन सब का डेट बिल्कुल पता होना चाहिए. डिक्शनरी का डेट पता होना चाहिए. उनका जो नावेलाज है द हिस्ट्री ऑफ राजेलास प्रिंस ऑफ अबिसिनिया, इसका डेट आपको पता होना चाहिए. सो दीज थिंग्स यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड. इफ़ यू मिस इवन अ सिंगल पॉइंट तो आप समझिए कि काफ़ी ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लमेटिक होगा. therefore if you go with Dr. Samuel Johnson, then you have to just put these things chronologically, because most of the works you find when you appear in the examination, you find it chronologically, which works came first, which comes came later on, and about the life and death of this man also. So you came to know about what you came to know, especially about his life, means biographical study, his works. Again I would like to ask a question कि उनका बायोग्राफी किसने लिखा था? Who has written? Yeah, जेम्स बॉसवेल. सो उनका बायोग्राफी आपको ध्यान में रखना है. और उन्होंने किसका बायोग्राफी लिखा हुआ? डॉक्टर सैमुअल जॉनसन ने लाइव्स ऑफ द पोएट्स बहुत सारे लोगों को लिया हुआ है. सो जस्ट शेयरिंग यू अनदर इमेज जो कि थोड़ा सा डिटेल में आपको उसको कवर करना है. जस्ट शेयरिंग यू अनदर इमेज. हियर यू फाइंड yeah, you find another image and you will come to know especially about his works. Yeah, you find the thing which I told you, the thing which I have repeated, those things you find here. And you find कि born in Lichfield, Staffordshire. Born in Lichfield, Staffordshire. उनका जो जन्म हुआ था कहाँ पे? Lichfield, Staffordshire, इंग्लैंड में. He attended Pembroke College, Oxford. Which college he attended? Pembroke College, Oxford. Until lacks of funds forced him to leave. After work as a teacher, he moved to London and began writing for the Gentleman's Magazine. ये कोई इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है कि उन्होंने जेंटलमैन मैगजीन के लिए लिखा. अर्ली वर्क्स इंक्लूड लाइफ ऑफ मिस्टर रिचर्ड सेवेज, बट दिस वर्क इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लंदन उनका पोयम है, ये चीज़ इंपॉर्टेंट है. द वैनिटी ऑफ ह्यूमन विशेज, ऑलरेडी आई टोल्ड यू, दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. आयरीन उनका एक प्ले था, ट्रेजिडी था, दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. आफ्टर 9 years एफर्ट, जॉनसन्स इंग्लिश डिक्शनरी केम इन 1755. जो अभी तक हम लोगों ने वहाँ पे बात किया था वही सारी चीज़ जो है एट अ ग्लास में. लंदन पोएम, द वैनिटी ऑफ ह्यूमन विशेज, द प्ले आयरीन, आई डिक्शनरी ऑफ द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, all these things you find. And you find that he was what he was acclaimed one of the greatest single achievements of scholarship. Until the arrival of the Oxford English Dictionary 150 years later, Johnson was preeminent. Later work included essays and एनोटेटेड द प्लेज ऑफ विलियम शेक्सपियर. कुछ उनके, अभी हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, कुछ उनके जो है क्रिटिकल एसेज हैं जिसमें से द प्लेज ऑफ विलियम शेक्सपियर, द हिस्ट्री ऑफ राजेलास, प्रिंस ऑफ अबिसिनिया. These things you have to remember. In 1763 he befriended James Boswell. जेम्स बोसवेल से उनकी मुलाकात 1763 में होती है. विद whom he traveled to स्कॉटलैंड, जिनके साथ वो स्कॉटलैंड गए थे. एज जॉनसन डिस्क्राइब्ड इन अ जर्नी टू द वेस्टर्न आइलैंड ऑफ स्कॉटलैंड. This question might be asked if you are preparing for UGC NET or UPHESC, and if you find that there is Dr. Samuel Johnson, this question might be asked. He befriended with whom? He befriended with James Boswell in 1763, and you find where he traveled to Scotland, as Johnson described in a journey to the western islands of Scotland. So I just want to tell you what की you have to just keep in your mind क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं. उनका जन्म कब हुआ है? जन्म उनका जो है कहाँ हुआ? लिचफील्ड स्टैफर्डशायर में, पेम्ब्रोक कॉलेज ऑक्सफोर्ड में. देन यू फाइंड कि द जेंटलमैन्स मैगजीन उन्होंने काम किया. लाइफ ऑफ मिस्टर रिचर्ड सेवेज में उनका पोयम लंदन है. द वैनिटी ऑफ ह्यूमन विशेज है. आयरीन उनका प्ले है. इंग्लिश डिक्शनरी 1755 में आई है. कुछ क्रिटिकल एसेज है. द प्लेज ऑफ विलियम शेक्सपियर, द हिस्ट्री ऑफ राजेलास प्रिंस ऑफ अबिसीनिया. 1763 में ही befriended with James Boswell and traveled with him to Scotland, as Johnson described in a journey to the Western Islands. और जॉनसन इसका जिक्र किसमें किया है? A journey to the Western Islands of Scotland, that he was befriended with whom? He was befriended with जेम्स बॉसवेल. इसका जिक्र उन्होंने किया. और एक और चीज़ उनका बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहा है कि लाइव्स ऑफ मोस्ट इमिनेंट इंग्लिश पोएट्स. दिस इज द वेरी सिग्निफिकेंट पॉइंट. लाइव्स ऑफ द मोस्ट इमिनेंट इंग्लिश पोएट्स इन 17th एंड 18th सेंचुरी. जो 17th और 18th सेंचुरी के इंग्लिश पोएट्स थे उनका जिक्र उन्होंने किया है. किसमें किया है? लाइव्स ऑफ द मोस्ट इमिनेंट इंग्लिश poets में. So you find this thing. What I want to say, what I want to tell you, whenever you go with this work, especially whenever you go with the work of Dr. Samuel Johnson, and whenever you see, whenever you find, you come to know कि what he did, उन्होंने क्या क्या किया. These things we find, these things we see. Yeah, just sharing you with sharing you another image. That is especially the detailed study of his works. The detailed study of his works you find here, and you come to know. Here you see, yeah. Here you see what? Here you see about especially as a critic, and what do you see? You see here Johnson's work, especially his lives of the poets. उनका जो वर्क है लाइव्स ऑफ द पोएट्स में क्या क्या चीज़ें इंपॉर्टेंट है, यहाँ से एज अ क्रिटिक आपको उनको समझना है. Johnson's works, especially his Lives of the Poets series, describe various features of excellent writing. He believed that the best poetry relied on contemporary language. This question is very important. अगर ये क्वेश्चन आता है कि उन्होंने पोइट्री में लैंग्वेज को लेकर के क्या कहा, तो उन्होंने कहा कि इन पोइट्री पोएट शुड यूज कंटेम्परेरी लैंग्वेज, and he disliked the use of decorative or purposefully archaic language. यही इतना आपको ध्यान में रखना है. When he talks about the lives of the poets, what does he tell? He told that the poets should use contemporary language, and he disliked, या he suggested, या he advised that the poet should avoid in using decorative or purposefully archaic language. What is archaic language? A language which is out of use, outdated language. उन्होंने इसके लिए जॉन मिल्टन की बहुत क्रिटिसाइज किया है और थॉमस ग्रे का भी क्रिटिसाइज किया है. ही वॉज सस्पिशियस ऑफ द पोएटिक लैंग्वेज यूज्ड बाय मिल्टन, whose blank words he believed would inspire many bad imitation. उन्होंने कहा कि जॉन मिल्टन ने जो यूज़ किया ब्लैंक वर्ड्स में, उसमें क्या रहा, उसमें बहुत कुछ उन्होंने इमिटेशन किया, नकल की है, लैटिन वर्ड्स ला के रख दिए हैं, आर्केइक वर्ड्स रख दिए. तो ही वॉज अगेंस्ट दिस टाइप ऑफ वर्क. जॉनसन अपोज द पोइटिक लैंग्वेज ऑफ हिज कंटेम्प्रेरी थॉमस ग्रे. उन्होंने थॉमस ग्रे की भी आलोचना की है. सो आई जस्ट वांट टू टेल यू, whenever you write, whenever you talk about lives of the poets, you find that in the lives of the poets he has mentioned Thomas Gray, he has mentioned John Milton, and he opposed these writers. He opposed John Milton. Why? Because John Milton used Latin words, purposefully decorative or archaic language, and even he also criticized Thomas Gray. तो ये दो चीज़ें आपको ध्यान में रखना है कि उन्होंने इसका किया है. एक और क्वेश्चन बनता है, हिज ग्रेटेस्ट कंप्लेंट वॉज दैट ऑब्सक्योर एल्यूजन फाउंड इन वर्क्स लाइक मिल्टन लिसिडास. उन्होंने जॉन मिल्टन के लिसिडास की भी आलोचना की है. क्यों? क्योंकि उसमें एल्यूजन है, पर्पसफुली उसको कॉम्प्लेक्स बनाने की कोशिश की गई। मिल्टन्स लिसिडास वर ओवर यूज्ड, ही प्रीफर्ड पोइट्री दैट कुड इजीली बी रेड एंड अंडरस्टूड, इट्स अ वेरी कॉमन पॉइंट। उन्होंने कहा कि वही पोइट्री अच्छी है जो कि सिंपल हो, जिसको कि आसानी से पढ़ा जा सके और समझा जा सके। अगर पोइट्री में बनावटीपन है, if anyone uses allusion, references, means if it becomes complex, then that is not the characteristics of good poetry. So whenever you go with the lives of the poets, yeah, whenever you go with this work, what you have to keep in mind, you have just to keep in mind कि इनकी नज़र में the best poetry is that poetry in which he finds the use of contemporary language, and he gives a suggestion that a poet should avoid in using decorative or purposefully archaic language. And he gives the example of John Milton, especially his Lycidas, and he also criticizes Thomas Greco. और उन्होंने कहा कि दैट पोइट्री इज अ गुड पोइट्री विच इज सिंपल एंड दैट विच इज easily read and understood, these things. In addition to his views on language, Johnson believed that a good poem incorporated new and unique imagery. उन्होंने एक और बात कही, जो भी गुड पोयम होगा वह हमेशा न्यू और यूनिक इमेजरी को जन्म देता है। So these are the views of Dr. Samuel Johnson, associated with what? Associated with poet and poetry, especially poetry. What is poetry? What type of language should be used in poetry, and how poetry is? I just want to know, have you any problem ki did you come to know about? Should I share another image? Should I share it? Another image? किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम? Okay. So these points you have to keep in your mind. These points you have to keep in your mind. So you came to know about lives of the poets, and in lives of the poets you came to know what has been told by Dr. Samuel Johnson. Sharing another image. Sharing another image. Here you find his works. Yeah. In his Ismala, here you find some his works. That's not very important, but here I would like to tell you, especially उनका जो पोयम है, in London his first imitation of Juvenal, Johnson uses the poetic form to express his political opinion. जो उनका लंदन पोयम है, इसमें उन्होंने क्या किया हुआ है कि पॉलिटिकल ओपिनियन को रखा। इफ द क्वेश्चन कम्स व्हाट डू यू फाइंड इन लंदन वी फाइंड कि उन्होंने जो भी यूज़ किया है the poetic form to express his political opinion, and as befits a young writer, approaches the topic in a playful and almost joyous manner. And what do you find in the Vanity of Human Wishes? The Vanity of Human Wishes is completely different. The language remains simple, but the poem is more complicated and difficult to read because Johnson is trying to describe complex Christian ethics. बस एक एक दो दो चीजें आपको समझना है। लंदन में उन्होंने क्या किया हुआ, पॉलिटिकल ओपिनियन दिया हुआ है, एंड द वैनिटी ऑफ ह्यूमन विशेज में उन्होंने क्या दिया हुआ है, क्रिश्चियन एथिक्स को लेकर के। दीज क्रिश्चियन वैल्यूज आर नॉट यूनिक टू द पोएम बट कंटेन views expressed in most of Johnson's work. In particular, Johnson emphasizes God's infinite love and shows that happiness can be attained through virtuous एक्शन। इसमें उन्होंने क्या बताया, इसमें उन्होंने बताया कि गॉड्स इन्फिनिट लव को लेकर के बात किया, एंड शोज दैट हैप्पीनेस कैन बी अटेन्ड थ्रू वर्चुअस एक्शन। वेन इट केम टू बायोग्राफी, अभी तक तो उनका पोएम और पोइट्री को चल रहा था, अब उनकी बायोग्राफी को लेकर के। वेन इट केम टू बायोग्राफी, जॉनसन डिसएग्रीड विथ प्लूटार्क्स यूज ऑफ बायोग्राफी। ये क्वेश्चन इंपॉर्टेंट है। अगर ये आता है कि जॉनसन किसकी बायोग्राफी से डिसएग्री थे, तो जो प्लूटार्क का जो बायोग्राफी लिखने का तरीका था, जॉनसन डिसएग्रीड विद दैट पर्सन, जॉनसन वाज नॉट एग्रीड। So you find what? You find कि Johnson was disagreed with whom? Johnson was disagreed with Plutarch's use of biography to praise and to teach morality. Instead, Johnson believed in portraying the biographical subjects accurately and including any negative aspects of their lives because his insistence on accuracy in biography. उनका इंसिस्टेंस किस पर था? एक्यूरेसी इन बायोग्राफी। सो दीज आर द पॉइंट्स विच यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड। अगर उनके बायोग्राफी को लेकर के क्वेश्चन आता है तो एक क्वेश्चन ये जरूर पूछा जाएगा कि जॉनसन वॉज अगेंस्ट हुम इन राइटिंग बायोग्राफी, तो प्लूटार्क्स यूज ऑफ बायोग्राफी। दूसरा क्वेश्चन ये पूछा जा सकता है कि जॉनसन ने किस पर इंसिस्ट किया बायोग्राफी को लेकर के, तो ऑन एक्यूरेसी इन बायोग्राफी, ही जस्ट इंसिस्टेड ऑन एक्यूरेसी इन बायोग्राफी। Fifth, you find Johnson had to struggle against a society that was unwilling to accept biographical details that could be viewed as tarnishing a reputation. This became the subject of Rambula. Furthermore, Johnson believed that biographies should be limited to the most famous and that the lives of lesser individuals too. So here you find what? Here you find his opinion about biography. Especially he was disagreed with Plutarch's and he insisted that there should be accuracy in biography. Biography लिखते समय accuracy होना चाहिए. It means that the element of criticism you find in his work, especially he was impartial, neutral, and he says whatever you write, if you write about anyone, you must be what you must be, ultimately what you must be, you can say impartial, neutral, in accuracy you have to bring, you have to just write about that person in a very detailed with these things you have to tell. So just share this image and you came to know about his poem London, you came to know about the vanity of human wishes, you came to know about his opinion about what his opinion about biography and how he was disagreed with Plutarch. I think you got it. Now sharing another image. Yeah, sharing with you another image. Here you find that that is another image and you will come to know here about his works. Yeah, you again find when it came to biography he was disagreed. I think I have gone, but here are some important points which I would like to discuss with you here. When it came to biography, disagreed with Plutarch's use of biography to praise and to teach morality. Especially he was disagreed with Plutarch because in the biography of Plutarch we find praise and morality. So if the question is asked why Johnson was against Plutarch, Johnson was against Plutarch because Plutarch in his biography just presented the element of what? The element of praising and teaching morality. Instead, Johnson believed in portraying the biographical subjects accurately and including any. उन्होंने कहा कि जो भी बायोग्राफिकल सब्जेक्ट्स है वो क्या होना चाहिए? एक्यूरेटली होना चाहिए and including any negative aspects of their lives because his insistence on accuracy in biography, बार बार वो ये रहा कि accuracy in biography was little short of revolutionary. Johnson had to struggle against a society that was unwilling to accept biographical details that could be viewed as tarnishing a reputation. This became the subject of Rambler. Furthermore, Johnson believed that biography should not be limited to the most famous and the lives of lesser individuals too were. Thus, in the lives of poets, यहाँ से एक और significant point है जो important है. And what is that? Lives of poets. Thus, his lives of the poets, he choose both great and lesser poets. उन्होंने उनका अपना जो बायोग्राफिकल वर्क है वो कौन सा है? लाइव्स ऑफ द पोएट्स, और उसमें उन्होंने दोनों तरह के लोगों को लिया हुआ है, ग्रेट एंड लेसर पोएट्स. एंड ही सेज दैट व्हेन यू राइट बायोग्राफी, जब भी बायोग्राफी जब भी बायोग्राफी जो है लिखना है, जब भी बायोग्राफी लिखना है तो उस बायोग्राफी में क्या करना है कि जो भी ग्रेट और लेसर लोग हैं दोनों को इंक्लूड किया जाए. वी मस्ट नॉट राइट बायोग्राफी ओनली अबाउट द इमिनेंट फिगर्स or about the eminent person or the great personalities. In all his biographies, he insisted on including what others would have considered trivial detail to fully describe the lives of his subjects. Johnson considered the genre of autobiography and diaries, including his own, as one having the most significant. In Idler 84, यहाँ पे ध्यान में रखिएगा, आइडलर 84 का क्या मतलब? आइडलर उनके जर्नल का नाम है, उसका 84वां अंक. इन आइडलर 84 ही एक्सप्लेन्स हाउ अ राइटर ऑफ एन ऑटोबायोग्राफी would he the least likely to distort his own life. So what you find here? You find here lives of the poets, you find here that in biography या all the life of great and lesser poets must be included. Biography should not be written only about the prominent figure or great personality. जो भी चाहे वो आपके छोटे हो चाहे बड़े हो, उन सब की लाइफ को लिया जाना चाहिए। उन्होंने क्या कहा कि बायोग्राफी में एक्यूरेसी होना चाहिए, एंड ही वाज अगेंस्ट प्लूटार्क्स यूज ऑफ बायोग्राफी because Plutarch only admired, praised, and taught the lesson of morality in his biography. He insisted that no, biography is a genre, and in such type of work there should be the accuracy. There should be the accuracy. So these things you find. आई विल टेक ओनली फॉर 5 मिनट्स, केवल उसमें 2 और इमेज मैं शेयर करूँगा। या आई विल शेयर यू वन मोर शीट। चूँकि उनके सारे वर्क को प्रीफेस टू शेक्सपियर भी हमें करना है, तो शेयरिंग विद यू अनदर इमेज, एंड हियर यू फाइंड दिस थिंग। Johnson's thoughts on biography and on poetry coalesced in his understanding of what would make a good critic। ये बताता है कि उनका जो थॉट पोइट्री पर था, जो बायोग्राफी को लेके था, वह उनको एक अच्छे क्रिटिक की कैटेगरी में ला करके खड़ा करता है। कौन कौन सा व्यूज उनका बायोग्राफी को और उनका जो व्यूज पोइट्री को लेकर के रहा है। His works were dominated with his intent to use them for literary criticism. This was especially true to his dictionary, of which he wrote. About dictionary, what he wrote, ये चीजें, ये स्टेटमेंट ध्यान में रखना है। I lately published a dictionary like those compiled by the academies of Italy and France for the use of such as aspire to exactness in criticism or elegance of style. Although a smaller edition of dictionary became the standard household dictionary, Johnson's original dictionary was an academic tool that examined how words were used, especially in literary works. To achieve this purpose, Johnson included quotations from Bacon, Hooker, Milton, Shakespeare, Spenser, and many others from what he considered to be the most important literary fields. So you will come to know that doctors, in preparing that dictionary, the dictionary which came in 1755, Johnson took quotation from where? From Bacon, Hooker, Milton, Shakespeare, Spenser, and also he just used some natural sciences, philosophy, poetry, all these things. So the dictionary of Johnson came. So you find here, what you find here about the dictionary of Dr. Samuel Johnson, उसके पहले लाइव्स ऑफ द पोएट्स, उसके पहले जो है इनका लंदन पोएम को लेकर के, एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स यू कम टू नो, and about his, especially his views about biography, especially his views about poetry, and these things establishes him as a good critic. Now here you find his views about dictionary, dictionary में क्या होना चाहिए। just sharing you another image, that will be the last image। Yeah, so you find this one, I think yeah, that already I've shared, it already I've shared it, just sharing you another sheet। Yeah, this is the last one, and you find here कि जॉनसन का अपना कोई नहीं था। जॉनसन डिड नॉट ब्रिंग एनी स्कूल ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म और थियरीज। उन्होंने कोई स्कूल ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म या थियरीज नहीं लाए टू एनालाइज द एस्थेटिक्स ऑफ लिटरेचर। हिज ऑब्जेक्टिव वॉज नॉट टू एनालाइज द एस्थेटिक्स ऑफ लिटरेचर। what was his objective? His objective was only to what, his objective was only for the practical purpose। उनका जो criticism है वो practical purpose पे है, of helping others to better read and understand literature। So he didn't bring any theory, he didn't bring any aesthetics of literature, but his purpose was what? His purpose was just to be the practical purpose of helping others to better read and understand better। When it came to Shakespeare's plays, ये पोर्शन काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट है। When it came to Shakespeare plays, Johnson emphasized the role of the reader in understanding language. If Shakespeare has difficulties above other writers, It is to be imputed to the nature of his work, which required the use of common colloquial language and consequently admitted many phrases, elusive, elliptical, and proverbial, such as we speak and hear every hour without observing. ये केवल आपको इसलिए इम्पोर्टेंट है कि इन दिस स्टेटमेंट ही एडमायर्स विलियम शेक्सपियर. Further, he says his works on Shakespeare were devoted not merely to Shakespeare but to understand literature as a whole. In his preface to Shakespeare, उनका जो वर्क है वो जिसमें वो एज अ क्रिटिक वो क्या है, प्रीफेस टू शेक्सपियर. यहाँ से कुछ पॉइंट्स है जो मैं निशान लगाऊंगा उसे नोट करना होगा. In his preface to Shakespeare, Johnson rejects the previous dogma of the classical unities. जो classical unities था, unity of time, unity of place and unity of action, he rejects it and admires Shakespeare because Shakespeare did not use. So if the question comes कि for what Shakespeare has been admired by Dr. Samuel Johnson, then you will come to know कि in his critical essay preface to Shakespeare, he admired Shakespeare because Shakespeare did not use these three unities, that is unity of time, unity of place and unity of action, that is the classical unities, and argues that drama should be faithful to life. Second point, drama should be faithful to life. It means that ki drama written by William Shakespeare, it is very close to life. However, Johnson did not only defend Shakespeare, he discussed Shakespeare's fault. उन्होंने शेक्सपियर की कुछ गलतियां भी बताई, इंक्लूडिंग हिज लैक ऑफ मोरालिटी. उन्होंने बताया कि उनमें मोरालिटी की कमी है. हिज वल्गैरिटी, वल्गैरिटी को, हिज केयरलेसनेस को लेकर के, इन क्राफ्टिंग प्लॉट्स एंड हिज occasional inattentiveness when choosing words as or word order. So he, as a critic, he makes the balance. He admires Shakespeare, but at some places he criticizes Shakespeare. For what he criticizes? Lack of morality, vulgarity, carelessness in crafting plots, and his occasional inattentiveness when choosing words or word order. As well as direct literary criticism, Johnson emphasized the need to establish a text that accurately reflects what an author wrote. Shakespeare plays in particular had multiple editions, each of which contained errors caused the printing process. This problem was uh, compounded by careless editor. So you find that कि उनके जो भी वर्क है, preface to Shakespeare, his dictionary, lives of English poets, his views on poetry, his views on biography. So as a critic, he has expressed his these things. And I think now you are in position to understand. If you have any problem, now it's your time. Now you can say the mic is in your hand. If you have any problem, you can ask. Even you can tell me the same thing I have to take, because in UGC net we have so many things. So today I have covered Dr. Samuel Johnson as a critic, Dr. Samuel Johnson's biographical study, his works, and I think it's one of the best you can say method to interact with you, because here what has been written, you find the clarity, you find that the visibility, all these things you find. If you have any suggestion, you can just say. Yeah, if you have any problem, you can just say. If you think कि स्पीड अगर मेरी ज़्यादा रही हो तब भी आप कुछ कह सकते हैं. My objective was to complete it anyhow, because tomorrow I will take William Wordsworth as a critic. फर्स्ट आई विल गो एडिशनल क्रोटिक. दो मैंने आपको वीडियो के थ्रू भेज को मैंने आपके यहाँ डिस्कस किया. शुड आई कंक्लूड या एनी सजेशन? इवन यू कैन सेंड योर फीडबैक इन ग्रुप, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप रिगार्डिंग क्लास, इफ यू हैव एनी सजेशन, if you want to say. Okay, tomorrow.